The number one priority developer, the Lagos State Development Property Corporation, the LSDPC, has raised the housing stock in Lagos by 27,000 home units in 50 years. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu joined the celebration at Landmark Event Center, Victoria Island in Lagos. Take a look.
Lagos State Development Property Corporation is the foremost property company in Lagos that has been in existence since 1972. The agency is celebrating 5 decades of providing housing development in Lagos. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who was the 11th Managing Director of the Lagos State Development and Property Corporation, is here to mark the agency's Golden Jubilee with the officials and other stakeholders at the Landmark Event Center, Victoria Island. The LSDPC Managing Director reels out what has been achieved in the area of low and middle cost housing scheme for residents.
LSDPC has consistently fulfilled its mandate by developing planned neighborhoods to meet the needs of low and medium class families, providing homes for training and grooming of responsible citizens. The low and medium cost estate of the 70s and 80s come to mind, some of which are Type T4 bungalows on and around Adeniran Ogunsoya axis Surulere. All the low-cost housing estates across the state, popularly called Jakondi Estate. The medium-income estates in Ogba, Ogudu, Amuwodofin, Omole, etc. The rehousing estate in Surulere from New Lagos to Obele, as well as Akerele, Shita, and Alhaji Masha. Ever since the commercialization of LSDPC in the 90s, the corporation stopped receiving government subventions. Under our current operations, LSDPC has evolved and fully adopted the public-private partnership strategy under the leadership of our amiable Mr. Governor Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, when he held the position of Managing Director between 2016 and 2018. Some of the projects developed during this period include Cortland Villa, Lekki Apartments, Bayview Estate, Elegushi, Channel Point Apartment, Victoria Island, Kefi Suites, Ikoyi, Phoenix Apartment, Olutunda, Adelabo, Surulere. Today, we are gathered here to not only celebrate our Golden Jubilee in the housing delivery in Lagos State, but also to discuss the built industry. We hope to examine issues as orderly development, conducive housing environment, repositioning strategies to continue to deliver decent and affordable housing units to Nigerians at home and in the diaspora. I am optimistic that at the end of the discussion, we would have been better informed on how to move forward in our efforts to house Lagosians.
The Housing Corporation of Nigeria commend the state government for giving LSDPC the opportunity to raise the housing stock.
Since assumption of office, I've tried to tell anybody who cares to listen that the Lagos State Property and Development Company, LSDPC, is one corporation that should be emulated by all corporations in the country because of what you have done. You are a flagship corporation. I was also opportuned to also associate with LSDPC when the current governor was the managing director, and all that he has done within those years have continued to exist. And he has taken it to the next level, having become the governor of Lagos State. And I would want to tell you that of all the governors, 36 governors we have tried to x-ray in this country, it is only in Lagos that the governors have continued to work with the housing corporations.
The Lagos State Ministry of Housing is one that has continuously received attention by the previous and current administration. And the Oniru of Iruland, Oba Abdul Wasil Lawal, speaks highly of quality structures maintained by LSDPC.
LSDPC is a professional organization or corporation. We have seen somebody like Mrs. Onigbanjo, Adepegba, and so many of them that have been in that corporation for so many years. Professionalism is very important. That is why LSDPC is doing so much and has done so much. So, Mr. Governor, I want to commend you again for adding value to what you meant as the MD CEO of LSDPC. I remember vividly that time as Commissioner for Housing. We also had 2 projects that we did together, and that's the Freedom Park Estate and so many other initiatives that we started. Again, Ministry of Housing, as Commissioner, I remember we were using some of the templates of LSDPC. And I must give it to the entire leadership of LSDPC that time, especially led by the governor himself. And 50 years, congratulations. You have made us proud, and we'll continue to be proud of you. As a monarch, we will continue to support you whenever you need us, whenever you need any parcel of land for housing development. Beckon at us, we shall be there for you.
Governor Sanwo-Olu's housing policy has helped reposition the corporation's operational guidelines. He emphasized that the milestone of LSDPC is the hard work of all the former governors who gave the agency a free hand to operate.
What LSDPC is celebrating today is not the work of one person. It's not the work of one team. It's a work of a whole generation. It's a work that people have built upon, people have labored for, and it's a work that indeed today all of us can take glory and benefit from. I stand here as your governor, but more importantly, as also a former family member of LSDPC. I stand here to also celebrate one of the best and the finest in Lagos State public service. I stand here to commend the good work that one of our MDAs, one of our parastatals have indeed exhibited, that with right leadership, with right sense of direction, the public service can indeed be truly, really a public service. And so all of you that has been in one form or the other a part and member of the LSDPC family, I want to congratulate all of you. I want to congratulate each and every one of you, both the old and the new. And I think you all deserve a round of applause. It's all about visioning, it's all about leadership, it's all about ensuring that government in itself is a continuum. And government, once you have a clear direction, you can, from successive administration, from successive leadership, transit and transform purposeful leadership, and the citizens will be the beneficiary of it. And so that's what we do in Lagos. That's what makes the Lagos story an interesting story. Because indeed, we have continued to see that even in the leadership of Lagos State since 1999. And I dare say that when we also came in, we saw housing as one of the cardinal things that we needed to also upscale. And we saw a partner in LSDPC. Under our team's agenda, making Lagos a real 21st century. You cannot make a city of this size, a 21st century that is livable, that is functional, that is responsive, and that can absorb shocks if you don't make housing one of your priority. And we'll continue to make that our priority. LSDP, thank you for helping me to actualize my promise to Lagosians, for helping me to actualize and to develop on all of our economic promises to our citizens.
The event was rounded off with an award ceremony. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu was given the most performing governor in housing developments.